So I guess I could explain what I'm doing. So for those who don't know, bubbles are seeded in this game. Let me open up the predictor here. I'm kind of just curious what everything is now. Since I'm kind of locked into this run for now, I like to just take a look at what I'm dealing with. I don't like it when looking at the predictor changes my decision on if I want to continue the run or not. So that's why I don't look at it day 1. Day 5, kind of sucky monster floor right here, but that's fine. Traveling cart, anything good on day 5? No, not at all. Oh, geodes. Alright. I hope I fish up a frozen geode. What the fuck? Iridium. I love geodes, man. Main thing that I wanted to look at. Bread on the 4th. That's cool. Red mushroom. I love how it doesn't have dish of the day on the 1st just because you have to have a high enough luck value. If I didn't get a pyramid on day 1, I wouldn't have gotten that baked fish. Alright. The real question, though, is Tuesday, fall 2nd. Garbage hat. I don't know if I'll be able to get that. That's really what I wanted to look up, though. Alright. Seems like a fine file. Nothing spectacular, nothing terrible. I'll take it. Oh, I didn't look at it. What are our night events? Witch on the 17th. Fairy on the 12th of fall. Same with a meteorite on the 20th of fall. Probus, baked fish. If I can get a frozen geode and 2 magma geodes, we'll be in a really good spot. But I'm not going to force it again. It's not worth it. If I get it, I'll have that knowledge. Kind of wish I brought the hoe. Alright, now we're looking for bubbles. I guess I don't really care, though, because I'd rather not have an artifact early on here. I can't even reach these. I fucking can't even reach these. Watch these last like 2 years also. Oh. Please, bubbles. Stay. Stay. You don't need to, like, just stay for, like, an hour or 2. Oh. This is all I need. We get... Hey, guys. How do you guys like bubbles? 40 minutes. Better than nothing. Oh! Oh! Did I reach these? Okay, I would be level 1 by now. We would be able to reach those. I would be level 1. Okay, we would reach them. Definitely reach them. Oh, man. It outgoing? Another 40 minutes. The beach reminds me of Riley. So so I was near Erie. My grandparents lived near Erie. And we go to the beach there to look at the sunset. So we brought the babies with us because dogs are allowed. All right. So Bailey, we already know, absolutely hates water and doesn't want anything to deal with water. But we didn't know about Riley. So we dragged him along. We tried to see if he would, like, go swim. We had him, like, really invested into a stick. And then we just threw it into the water. And he ran and then just stopped right before the waves came crashing into him. He just immediately noped and just ran for his life. The poor baby. I thought he would jump in the water. Waves are scary when they're the size of you. True. Maybe if we got him into a pool, we might be able to get him into a pool. I really want to see him swim. Have you ever seen Lake Erie waves? I know they're pretty big, especially with all the lakes that are record high right now. No, I think Lake Erie's pretty big. They were bigger than the waves in Hawaii when I went to Hawaii, and I've been to every single Great Lake. So, I mean, like, they're not much different than any of the Great Lakes. Where's my... Are there any bubbles right now? It was more just to see his reaction, to be honest. I thought he wouldn't care because he's so muscle-headed towards things. He will literally just, like me, he'll bang his head against the wall until he gets what he wants. And, like, I do it metaphorically. He actually fucking does that. Like, if you stop petting him, he'll just lower his head and then just move his head straight at you and just bump into you. He will just ram you. Though it's not really ramming, it's more just, like, pushing with his head. He'll just bang his head against you. The only time I've been out of country was when I went to Niagara Falls in Canada. So if you even want to call that out of country for the United States, then sure. I don't really know how long I want to wait here. Especially so little, because it's like, if you're going to Niagara Falls, why would you want to go on the American side? American side is stupid. Oh, he is fast. So, yeah, because he was, like, just a pee shy on the leash, he, like, beforehand, we knew that he probably would have trouble going to the bathroom because he has never gone to the bathroom on walks before. Not even, like, to mark his territory like other boy dogs do. He'd just never go pee. So we would let him off the leash a couple of times, and we can do that with Bailey easily because, first of all, she'll listen for the most part, and second of all, we can actually just catch her. She's just not fast. She's a little lopsided, and she's not young anymore. But we can't catch Riley in a sprinting race. None of us can. But we would still let him off the leash occasionally because otherwise he wouldn't go to the bathroom. So my brother let him outside and, like, yelled at him because he wasn't listening because he wasn't on the leash. So he did his, like, give up mode where he, like, kind of just gives up and falls over. All right. Because, like, we just call it his give up mode because he just completely gives up. And then he just peed on himself. Like, on the spot. He rolled over on his stomach and just peed on himself. Just straight up. Bailey's not aerodynamic. Submission move, actually. roll over and pee. The guy is a mess, man. It was out of spite. It really is. Good boy. Like, I'm getting bubbles. They're just not lasting long. Oh, he got his first catch, too. These are not going to last very long, either. I'm going to do so much running. So he got his first catch. He didn't kill it, but he caught it. It was in the middle of the night. I'm just glad that he's okay because it was a fucking raccoon. I'm just glad that thing didn't fucking rip him up. Yeah, it was playing dead. It was a smaller size one. It wasn't a big, like, mama one. It was probably like a, I don't want to say it was a baby, but it definitely, like, was new, according to my brother. I didn't see this. This was at, like, 2 a.m. So my brother let him outside, and he just bolted towards, like, a raccoon as soon as he let him out, or, like, into the front yard towards the raccoon. And apparently, like, he had it in his mouth. And my brother just, like, dive tackles him, pries Riley's mouth open, and the raccoon just, like, jumps out and just runs. And, like, my brother got scratched. I'm pretty sure Riley would have gotten a lot worse if my brother didn't take the scratches. Like, it wasn't even that bad of a scratch, apparently. Like, you could hardly see it. How long did those bubbles last? I wasn't paying attention. 40, 50 minute? Of course. Like, I don't know how both of them came out basically so unarmed. I think my brother was, like, slightly bleeding, but that was about it. Just, like, carries him in. Oh, Riley was just a mess this weekend. I mean, okay, so when I mean, like, slightly bleeding, I mean, like, it was less than a paper cut. Like, it was just, like, a little bit of blood. It's like when the doctor, like, pricks you for your cholesterol. It wasn't bit. It was scratching. It was definitely scratch marks and not, like, a bite. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing about it. We mentioned it, but breachable, by the way. We're in a boat. 1.4, baby. Or 1.5, sorry. These bubbles are going to last, like, 3 hours, by the way. So I guess I could explain what I'm doing. So for those who don't know, bubbles are seeded in this game. So they're consistent. They work the same way as, like, acorns and other things do, like the coal. So I'm basically mapping out the bubbles, knowing where the bubbles are for the most part. And then I'm going to, on the next attempt, just instantly go to where the bubbles are going to show up. So at 9 o'clock, we have bubbles show up here. At 9:40, we have bubbles show up here. And then I believe we have more bubbles show up here, like at closer to 6. And then like 6:40, more show up over here or something. And then that's basically it so far. So we've had 4 sets of bubbles, each ranging between like 30 minutes and 40 minutes. That's about average. Oh, we got another packet over here. I don't know when this one spawns. So, I mean, should be a free fishing level 5 today. We are going to do a lot of moving, so it's not going to be like an insane amount of XP because they're not in one spot. Definitely pretty solid on the amount of bubbles. I wouldn't be surprised if we went there before. I just can't remember it. Yeah, I mean, any bubbles is good. Don't get me wrong. All right. Time to fish.